Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here, once again. Right, time for another top 20, the first one of this year, I think. I think I've tried to record this like a couple of times already. I've honestly had this pile here for like a good few weeks, right? I can't remember how many videos I've done, probably not too much, but you'll have noticed like this big space here where the GameCube games usually are. That's because I've been playing this top 20 for kind of a while, you know? And see, the thing is, I've left this pile here for this long, and I remember like really struggling to like put it in order when I was doing it, and I haven't even looked at it for a while, so I'm probably going to surprise myself with my choices here. Because I mean, the GameCube in general, right? The GameCube, it's a console that I really appreciate, right? But not like, I'm not overly mega in love with it, you know? There's a lot of other Nintendo consoles that I would put over the GameCube. And like, I think like the bottom 5 of this list are definitely deserving there, and the top 5 are also definitely deserving. But that's sort of like middle 10. I'm throwing about numbers here, but the sort of middle of this list is kind of just like arbitrary, you know? I was just like, oh fuck it, let's put that there, let's put that there. You know, there's not too much in the way of like, oh yeah, I definitely like this one more than this. So yeah, definitely not as defined as like my other list videos, but whatever. This was kind of a highly requested one, so let's get right into it. And also, I got some games here real quick that I just want to like shout out really, because I've either not played them or whatever, but original Animal Crossing. I don't think I'll ever get into this one, because, you know, Animal Crossing is very much a current thing. You pretty much just play whatever the current Animal Crossing is, so don't know if that'll ever happen. Bait Kaitos from the creators of Xenoblade, you know, Monolith Soft, definitely need to play that at some point. F-Zero GX. Never really sat down to play an F-Zero game. Definitely want to make this my first one. Beautiful Joe. Got like halfway through this, but never fucking bet it. Always been like miffed by that. I really got to do it at some point. And Battalion Wars. I'm just putting this on here because a lot of people like it. Okay, so those are kind of like the runners-up, if you will. So let's get on to the main list, and I'm going to try and rush through them. I probably won't. I'll probably ramble, but let's try. Motherfucker. Okay. This top one, right? I'm so love-hate with this one. I really am. I kept trying to justify putting something else at number 20 so that I wouldn't have to be all conflicted in front of the camera. But you all know that this is a very polarizing game. You know, some people absolutely adore it, some people hate it. Again, you know, it's like, it's hard to say that I'm on the side that likes it. I'm very much in the middle, I guess, I don't know, but Super Mario Sunshine. I'm putting this just on here pretty much because it is Mario, and I do like Mario, you know? Obviously, okay? And there's a lot of shit in this game that infuriates the crap out of me. It's fucking... There you go, Ikaruga. Ikaruga is number 20. Not really played that much of it, and it's kind of more a Dreamcast game anyway, but fuck it, Ikaruga is number 20. Smashing start to the list, didn't it? Okay, anyway. Number 19, right? This potentially will piss off even more people, but I actually feel more comfortable talking about it this time. Mario Kart Double Dash. Now, when you're going over what the best Mario Kart game is, more often than not, people will say Mario Kart Double Dash. People just love the sort of like tag team mechanic that it had. It's just really fondly remembered to be the best one, you know? But to me, it's like, see, Mario Kart, when I was younger, I was definitely all about Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64, you know? Those were my two main Mario Karts, and ever since then, Mario Kart's pretty much just like a tradition. You know, a game comes out, you play it, and that's that, you know? It's always good, it's definitely always good, but one's never had that sort of like special meaning to me like those previous ones do, and it's all in the nostalgia, it definitely is, but that's just the way of things. So the reason why this is so low is because to me, it is just another Mario Kart, but again, I'm not taking anything away from it. It's probably considered the best for the reason, but to me, just kind of barely makes the top 10. So, yeah, that's that. Right, number 18. This one, another probably like weird pick. Just the fact that it's up here at all, because this is sort of a game that, again, a lot of people love and a lot of people really hate. And I think I can definitely say that I'm kind of on the side that likes it. Star Fox Adventures. Now, I played Star Fox on the Super Nintendo, but I didn't have like a massive attachment to the franchise. At least at the time that I played this, I obviously knew what Star Fox was. I played Smash Brothers, I was a reasonable Nintendo fan at the time, and I didn't quite get at the time how disappointing this probably was to a lot of people, because it wasn't very traditional. It's a fucking Zelda game that was supposed to be another game about, what was it, Dinosaur Planet I think it was, that Rare was going to make, but they just decided to put Star Fox on it, and for a Zelda clone, it's alright. Okay, that's honestly like all I can really say about it. It's an alright Zelda clone, you know, it didn't have me like fuming at the mouth, and I'm happy to pick it over like Star Fox Assault, which I've got up there. Anyway, so yeah, Star Fox Adventures, that's that. And this is number 17, yep. Another polarizing game. Maybe this is why the GameCube doesn't hold the biggest place in my heart. But one that, again, I am actually kind of on the side of, I liked it. Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. By Sonic Team, you know, it's even got the, from the makers of Sonic the Hedgehog, mark up there. Very frustrating game, not gonna lie, you know, rolling about your eggs, making sure they didn't crack and shit, that can be infuriating at times, but I had a lot of fun with it. It's a very, like, unique take on the collectathon style of game, you know, it's not too much to say. Once again, it's been quite a while since I played it. I feel like if I was to play it now, I probably wouldn't, like, be that all about it at this point, but I'm happy for the fond memories I have, and obviously Sega still seems to like this character. They keep putting them in like fucking All-Stars Racing and shit, so, you know, something about it must have stuck, and yeah. Billy Hatcher, number 17. Right. And number 16, definitely a good game again, and again probably something that I have like a bit of iffiness towards. This is where this like number 5, bottom 5 shit came in, because I have like iffy things to say about all of them. From here on, it's pretty much all positive. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes, and I kind of like dislike it for the same reasons a lot of people dislike it. I thought the cutscenes were stupid as fuck. I didn't like the new dub that they did over the original. I thought that was a lot better. Yeah, definitely like inferior to the PlayStation version, in my opinion, you know. But it is exactly what it says in the tin, you know. It's the original Metal Gear on the Metal Gear Solid 2 engine, you know. That's still really interesting to play, isn't it? And obviously, based on such a legendary game, it's still a lot of fun to go through, you know. So yeah, it is definitely, when I think back to it, I only think about the things that I dislike, but that doesn't stop the game being overall really good. So I'll probably just leave it at that. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes. Okay. Right, number 15. We're going to start getting positive here. Well, somewhat positive. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. I feel like this is a game that, as time's going on, is getting more and more looked back on somewhat negatively. Now, I don't like the notion, I'll sometimes say it just for the hell of it, but for the most part, I don't like saying that games age badly. Like, I don't know, I just don't like that term. So, I remember playing this and absolutely loving it, you know, like the sort of insanity system. I can't remember the exact thing that they call it in the game, but basically it kept fucking with you, breaking the fourth wall and just, yeah, fucking with you. I really appreciated that, and like underneath all that, even though that was definitely the gimmick that sort of carried the game, you still had like a really interesting story on top of it, you know, with like loads of different characters and this interconnecting thing with a lassie trying to solve the death of her grandfather. Yeah, it was very memorable, very memorable. One of the better mature rated games on the GameCube as far as I'm concerned. Not the best one, mind you, but yeah, still definitely one of them. So yeah, Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, thumbs up from me, thumbs up from me. Number 15. Right, I want to reiterate again, by the way, I'm just looking at it now, yeah, these like next 7 or 8 or so, the order doesn't really matter. It's like I've just sort of put them in as I can, so you might as well like consider this in the top 10 or whatever, but yeah, whatever, let's just get through this. Next one is Pikmin. Pikmin is a really good, like... Can it be called a real-time strategy game? I think it can. Obviously, it's a very unique take on the genre in a way that only Nintendo can do. But for the most part, you are micromanaging a lot of shit. You are, like, you know, you have to, like, sort of think on the spot what the best decisions to go by are. And, yeah, they made a hell of a game doing it. I don't even mind, like, the sort of, like, 30-day time system that you have in this one. I have played Pikmin 2, but I've only played it on the Wii. Okay, over here in Japan, not in America for some reason, we got like a Wii remake, I can see it right there, of Pikmin 2. The GameCube version, I just don't own it, because I just decided to pick it up on the Wii. But I never did beat Pikmin 2, sadly. Right? I don't remember what it was specifically that stopped me, but I do remember it being like pretty good. And then, of course, there was Pikmin 3 on the Wii U, which was, of course, excellent as well. I think this one's probably the better one. I don't know, I just have the better memories of it. Either way, can't wait for Pikmin 4. That'll be a hoot. But yeah, Pikmin number 14. Yeah. Okay. Next up we have... Right. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Now, I remember, like, this one kind of holds a somewhat special place in my heart, because I remember I went onto it immediately after playing Valkyria Chronicles for the PS3. Now, Valkyria Chronicles for the PS3, as far as I'm concerned, is a much better game than this. But I kind of wanted to go right onto it, because Valkyria Chronicles was like the game that made me like strategy RPGs, and I kind of wanted to go on to another one right away, so I thought, okay, let's try some Fire Emblem. And yeah, I popped it in, and I found myself that, oh my god, I like strategy RPGs now, this is amazing, and that's very much what this one was to me, you know. Obviously it's the one that Ike was introduced, he came into the fray, which I obviously know a lot more from Smash Brothers than I do this game. Apart from that, it pretty much is just your traditional Fire Emblem, you know? A lot of them are from the era before Awakening, I would say, are pretty fucking similar. Which is not a bad thing at all. Yeah, I just don't have too much to say about it other than it was a really, really good strategy RPG. So, yeah, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I've not played the sequel that was released on the Wii that was a direct sequel to this one. Maybe one day, but as it stands, this was a really good one. So, yeah. Fire Emblem, number 13, I believe. Let's see here. Is it number 13? Yes, I think. I don't know. Can't be arsed counting. Let's just get on with this. Next up we have Tales of Symphonia. Funny story with this one, right? I have a friend who adores this game, you know. He played this game. He just like came across it. And he played it like 8 times or something. He really fell in love with it. And I was so amazed by that, because previously I had played it, and it was actually one of the first JRPGs that I played through, and I kind of just beat it for the sake of it. You know, I talk about that sort of feeling a lot when it comes to trying to power through a really long game. And this is one of the earlier games I can remember doing that to me, to the point that by the end of it, I wasn't really sure if I even liked it or not. But you all know that a few years ago I went through like a massive sort of Tales of phase, okay? This wasn't the game that put me onto it, that was Tales of the Abyss. So, I don't know, I kind of like said to myself, you know what, I should go back to Tales of Symphonia and play it again. And I did, and even though I still wouldn't say it was my favourite in the series, there was definitely some enjoyment there that I didn't get the first time round. So, yeah, I definitely feel a lot more fondly to this than I did when I first played it. So, yeah, other than that, it really is just your standard Tales. You know, if you've played one, you've played them all. I hate to say it like that, but it's kind of true. I'm very worn out of the franchise at this point, but we can't hold anything against this one for it. So, yeah, Tales of Symphonia, number 12? Right, okay. Let me count these proper. Yeah, that was number 12, right, okay. Number 11, and people are going to be annoyed that this is this low, actually. Metroid Prime. The best one in the series, better than 2, better than 3. We'll have to wait and see about 4 for sure. Not as good as Super Metroid, which is one of my personal favourite games of all time. Yeah, it does seem weird that it's this low, isn't it? Yeah, I don't disagree with all the praise that the game gets, right? It's very much deserving of it. I don't know, I guess it just didn't, even though I can respect it, it didn't like hit me as hard as it did with other people. I don't know. But yeah, you all know about this one. And anything good you have to say about it, I promise you I agree. It's just kind of this low for me, I don't know. But yeah, Metroid Prime, number 11. Right, now we're into the top 10 here. And number 10 we have definitely a personal favourite of mine for the GameCube. You know, the exclusive GameCube family, if you will. Chibi Robo. Now, this right here is, from what I gather, the only good Chibi Robo game. You know, like, Chibi Robo's had like a few spin-offs. I remember there's one with the 3DS that was all about taking pictures or some shit. And then there was that other one for the 3DS, which was a 2D platformer, which really upset some people. But this was the first one where you played as a robot and your job was to just clean up the house. And it's funny, so much of the stuff that you do in this game feels so... It's all kind of a blur to me. I just remember like cleaning up lots of footprints and like just random shit like that, and like experiencing the family that you were cleaning up for. And yeah, it was just really addicting. I fell in love with it, I really did. I fell in love with the way the music plays as you're just walking with him, you know, it's brilliant. How you had to charge yourself up before you would go on too much and stuff. Yeah, it was just, and it's a platformer as well, you know, I classify it as a platformer, even though it's one of those ones where you don't directly jump, I'd still say it is. Could you directly jump? I don't think you could. But yeah, Chibi Robo, number 10, yeah, that's good shit, I love this. Okay, now speaking of a game, a platformer where you can't directly jump, this is actually going to be like a come up again later in the list, because there was a lot of games that I played when I was younger that I played on the PlayStation 2 that were multiplats that I traded in at some point and got again on other consoles. And I have a few here that's on the GameCube, so I just think to point that out is best. But yeah, I just have it on the GameCube now. Now, I'm kind of nitpicky when it comes to that actually, because for example, fucking Skies of Arcadia Legends on the GameCube and Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2 on the GameCube are technically in every way superior to their Dreamcast counterparts, but that's the bias sticking through, because if I ever am going to play those games again, which I probably will, you bet your arse are going to be playing the Dreamcast versions that are technically inferior, but in my mind, I don't care. But yeah, whatever. Beyond Good and Evil. Yeah, this was just like, you know, it's funny. Looking back, there was definitely a lot of people that only praised this game because it had that reputation of just being like extremely underrated, underperformed, and just overall deserving of much more love than it got. Another one that comes to mind is Psychonauts, but you know, I digress. And I feel like that might have like clouded my judgment of the game a bit. Not saying I don't like it, it was really good, and it definitely has that like Michael Ansel touch that I loved from a bunch of his previous games, you know, like Rayman 2. So yeah, I definitely enjoy this game. It's probably another one that I need to play again. And with Beyond Good and Evil 2 like on the horizon, which I'm extremely mixed on, I don't know what to think when I look at that game. But whatever, at least we have this one. So yeah, joy. Beyond Good and Evil, number 9. Right. Number 8, we have a platformer game where you do jump directly, and this is another multi-plat, but I definitely played it primarily on the GameCube, so this definitely deserves to be here. Vex. If you are a fan of 3D platformers, please play this one. It is absolutely brilliant. It's very much just Mario 64, you know, you go into a level and you fucking do shit and collect a star, or in this case a heart, you go back to the hub world, you go back into another level, you rinse and repeat till you do 100%. The thing that sticks out to me about this one is that it's pretty hard, you know, but not hard in a really frustrating way, hard in a like, oh yeah, this is like something that I really want to test myself with sort of way. So yeah, what can I say, I do recommend this one. The story's a little weird, not gonna lie there, unusually dark in times, but The gameplay is absolutely top-notch. Vex on the GameCube. Play it. Play it. Okay, and now we have number 7. Okay, a franchise that I actually don't know if I love as much as I should, but it's this high on the list anyway, so what can you do? Super Monkey Ball. Obviously this is a Sega franchise, and me being me, obviously you're gonna like this, aren't you, Donald? But yeah, I've played through this a couple of times, and like Super Monkey Ball, it's just one of those like many Sega franchises that I like. I just don't like really love. Like, how about this, right? You know that DLC that was for Sonic Forces? Okay, and they came back with all those Sega franchises. When I saw Knights, I flipped out. When I saw Beat, I flipped out. When I saw I from Super Monkey Ball, I was just like, oh, okay, cool. You know, it didn't have me flipping out in that way. Kind of the same with the Puyo Puyo hat as well. Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Not to say that it's not a good game. I love like how it's put together. You know, the physics in the game, how you got to navigate your monkey ball to the end. Genius idea. Definitely a series that became kind of watered down as it went on, because I remember they like launched one for like the 3DS and the Vita, and they just felt very half-arsed. And this is coming from someone who actually really likes Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz for the Wii. Yeah, I really like that game. But this is definitely better, and Super Monkey Ball 2, the sequel, is also definitely better, not gonna lie. But I had more fun with this one, I think. So yeah, Super Monkey Ball, number 7. Right, okay. Now, next up, right. I'm just thinking of the best way to say this. Ah, fuck it. Resident Evil. Best Resident Evil game on the GameCube. Should I just put it down now? You all hate me now, don't you? But I mean it. It's better. I mean, there was the almost as excellent Resident Evil 0 for the GameCube, and I think there was one other GameCube game that was Resident Evil that everybody absolutely loves, which I love too, not gonna lie, but I thought this one was better, so yeah. They sure took advantage with the GameCube hardware on this one, didn't they? It still looks excellent to this day. I played through it not long ago on the PS4, you know, when they re-released it back then. So, yeah, still holds up, still wonderful, Resident Evil. Right, now we are on to the top 5. Yeah, and these ones are definitely, like, good picks. Okay, I don't know about that, but I'll let you decide, okay. Number 5, this is a game, this is very interesting actually, because, I'll just bring it up here. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now, I was obsessed with Super Smash Bros. For the N64. And to this day, I have a big fondness for Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, because I got into it competitively so much. I've kind of went off that a little bit, but I won't forget all the, like, fun I had playing the game, trying to get good at it competitively, following this competitive scene and all that. You know, that's definitely good memories that I hold very dearly. But when it came to Melee and Brawl, I kind of just played them, and that was it. They didn't like have this sort of like special meaning to me. But with this game as well, because I've gotten into Smash Brothers competitively, this is obviously the one that like gets played as well as the one on the Wii U, at least by the time I came onto the scene. So it's a game that I definitely love to watch, but I don't play it competitively myself. So I'm in this sort of position where it's like, it's a game that I think is alright to play, but really fun to watch. So where do I put it on the list based on that? And I've decided to put it here at number 5, pretty high, and I feel like it would probably deserve to be this high, even if I didn't follow it competitively, because it is Smash Brothers and I do love it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Right, and here we have another multi-plat, which I definitely played on the PS2 for the most part, but I now own primarily for the GameCube. Although it did have a fantastic re-release on Steam, which I definitely recommend you pick up, as it's the best way to play it today. But that is Tasmanian Tiger. Definitely an extremely important game in my life, you know, when I was like just so into 3D platformers. I put this game up there with like Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter, right? I really do. I played and loved it that much, okay? The sequels were like so-so, I feel. Like Bush Rescue was pretty good, and then there was like Night of the Quinquan, which I haven't actually properly played yet. I think they're going to bring that one to Steam as well, because they recently brought like Tai 2 to Steam, which I didn't bother to play again. But I'm going to like force myself to play Tai 3 on Steam, should it come out. It might already be in early access, I don't know, but I'll be sure to have a look. But yeah, Tai, very important game to me. Can't whack it. And number 3 here is another game that was I played primarily on the PS2 as well, but kind of unlike Beyond Good and Evil and Tai, there's definitely a better reason to play it on the GameCube as opposed to the PS2. Sonic Heroes. Yeah. I know this is a game that, again, is probably a little bit iffy amongst fans, as I was talking about earlier in the list, but it's definitely a case where I'm kind of up there in terms of, like, liking it, okay? Kind of, like, not really ashamed at all to admit it, because you all know me as, like, such a big Sonic fan, even though I can be critical of Sonic, especially lately, but I know where my love lies, and like where my best memories lie. Even though it wasn't primarily on the GameCube, it's still the best way to play the game, and I've definitely played on the GameCube a bunch. I know how good it is on there. Well, how decent it is on there, but yeah. Sonic Heroes, I like it. I like it. Sorry. Okay, down to the last 2. Now, number 2 is... This right here is definitely a game I need to play a second time, okay? I feel like there's something to be said about those games that I only ever play once, but just decide, one of my favourite games of all time. I just have games like that. I just like remember playing them and enjoying them so greatly that... But I never really feel the urge to play them again. It's so weird, but for me that is this. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, okay? Now, there's definitely like a lot of Paper Mario enthusiasts out there. I remember when Color Splash and before that Sticker Star came out, I just saw like video after video of people like hating on them and constantly bringing up this one. To the point that I wouldn't be surprised if anybody who hasn't like played this before must be sick to death about hearing it because people talk about it so much. But it's so worth it. It is so good, okay? The original on the N64 was brilliant as well. And Super Paper Mario on the Wii, by the way, that was also brilliant. I know people are kind of like so-so on that one. I thought it was excellent, okay? Not like in the middle, I thought it was excellent. But again, not as good as this one. Yeah, just really need to play it again. I'll probably have more to say if I play it again. But as it stands right now, I'm happy to put this at number 2. Best Mario game on the GameCube, as far as I'm concerned, and one that everybody should play. Without a doubt. Okay. And number 1... Oh fuck, here we go, eh. By the way, spoiler alert, see when I get around to doing my top 20 N64 games, you're going to be just as disappointed at the like predictableness of this reveal. But number 1 on my top favourite GameCubes list is Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, and just for good measure, here's the Zelda disc collection, you know. I do also have Legend of Zelda Four Swords Adventure for the GameCube. Never really played it though, couldn't really be arsed because I got these, okay. This is the version of Wind Waker that came with the limited edition disc for Ocarina of Time, even though I've got it right here as well. But yeah, I honestly, like, obviously this is just like a novelty, but I don't know which of these two I think I like more. Because obviously Twilight Princess is also a Wii game, and I think most people would like regard it as a Wii game over a GameCube game. But despite having probably played the Wii version more, I think I actually prefer to play it on this. I don't know what it is. I don't like hate the motion controls on the Wii, for example, but I just prefer pushing the buttons. I guess that's the way to say it. And yeah, if I play it again, I'm gonna play it on here. But the Wind Waker's no slouch either. It's fucking excellent. A bit obsolete, this copy now, because if I'm ever going to play Wind Waker again, it's going to be on the Wii U with the vastly superior HD remake. Can't say the same for this one. That, like, I've got it up there, don't know if you can see that, but the Wii U version of Twilight Princess, wasn't impressed. Just didn't look like nowhere near as an improvement as Wind Waker did. Maybe because it was outsourced and not developed internally at Nintendo. I don't know. But yeah, basically number 1 on this list is Zelda. That's it. That's all I'll say. Right, okay. That's it, guys. Top 20 GameCube games. Don't know which one I'll do next. Why don't you let me know what you want? What else have I got? I don't know, go back to my previous videos, can't be arsed remembering. But that's that, guys. See you after. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.